Perfect. Okay. David, I am absolutely honored and privileged to talk to you about Terrifier 2. I
Thank
absolutely
you.
the first one. I saw the second one over the weekend and it blew my mind. I say my favorite horror movie of the year, hands down.
Oh, thank you. Because boy, is this a good year for horror movies, man. I'm like, wow, a lot of good stuff's coming out this year, so that means a lot.
How does it feel to return to this iconic character?
I love it. He's fun. And the script is fun. It's just like as soon as I read this, I was so stoked to get into it again because I love this character so much. And he goes some really crazy places in this go around. And Damien specifically wrote some really fun scenes for me where I just get to play. And so I had a blast.
Yeah, I love the fact that you come in like literally a minute and a half into the intro and you're just doing your thing. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, and the kills in this one, they totally top the original, hands down. These are like some of the best kills I've seen in a horror movie.
Thank you, thank you. That was a personal challenge that Damien took upon himself. He was like, we gotta up the ante. Let's see what we can do. But it's so hard this day and age because so much has already been done. So it's hard to find new creative ways to do it. But I think he found some cool new ones, like especially the big kill that's based on a crime scene photo of one of Jack the Ripper's victims. He kind of deconstructed that kill from that photo, and so you can basically, okay, this is how this might have happened.
That's awesome. Oh my God, I didn't imagine that.
Yeah, you can go and look up that infamous kill and look at this. I can't remember her name, but it was one of his victims. But you can look up the photo of one of his victims, and it's very similar.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
what was it like working with Lauren Lavera? Because dude, she threw down with you in that movie. That was just insane. So what was
she's such
yeah, what was it like
she's
working
such a badass. I just absolutely love Lauren. She was so much fun to work with. I mean, we get along so well anyways. We chat all the time, even when we're not filming. And I hate that she lives in Philly because if she and her husband lived here in New York, I'd be hanging out with them all the time. They're just great people. And she's she's so good. She is so good. I mean, I love that because it gave me so much more to work with, and I learned so much from her as well on set. Because, she's absolutely fantastic. But it's just not her; it's everybody in this cast. It's like everybody brought their A game. I was when I watched the screening last week, I was constantly turning to Casey Hartnett, who plays Allie in the film. I'm like, oh my God, such and such and so is so good. Oh my God, you're so good.
even the cameos from like these greats were amazing. Like Chris Jericho as Burke and Felissa Rose as the principal. I mean, they just really love the genre, and they just were able to bring their A game to this.
Oh yeah, you could tell they were having fun, and that's the thing. I think you can look at this film, and even though there's some horrible stuff going on, you can tell we had fun making it. I think that translates pretty well.
Yeah, that's true with your character, especially in the abracadabra scene where you're trying all the different glasses. I couldn't help but stop. I couldn't stop laughing at that. It was just like you just like kept playing mind games, and then
oh my God,
and then
that was a great scene.
And the scene where you're trying to pay for the horn, and you're just it's out, and then you finally get the money. And I was like, that was a hysterical scene as well.
Oh, we were all cracking up during that. I had the hardest time just keeping my composure but especially the money bit. I was really trying not to start giggling during all of that because that was so much fun to do. That whole entire scene was so much fun.
Yeah. So how long did you spend shooting, and did you face any challenges as Art the Clown in terms of your physical performance that you might have felt a little hindered by?
Oh yeah, I mean, it originally was supposed to take 3 months to film this beast, but COVID complicated things. So it really took about 3 years on and off again, and it's because we also got a little bit more ambitious because of COVID. Because we're like, okay, we have time, so let's go back to the drawing board with some of these kills and really flesh them out. And we did. Is that first kill you see in the movie was fleshed out because of COVID, and so was the big, huge, infamous bedroom scene as well. And So that was what was fun. And it's like, and Damien's such a perfectionist. So it's like we sometimes would go back for reshoots just because he wanted to change something, because he's like, it just could be better. Let's make this better. And so we would do that. And so that, I mean, I didn't mind, but as for hardships, oh my God, as I would say the climax of the film was pretty hard to do. That was pretty grueling few weeks that we were filming that whole bit there at the Fright Factory in Philadelphia, because it was in the middle of winter and it was so cold in that building. And it's very physical. That's a very physical like chunk of the movie. And I've never really done stunt work before. So I was doing stunt work for my first time. And there was like one night where I really started to feel my 40 plus years of age when I was having to swing that club repeatedly over my head. And I didn't realize it until the next day. I get up and like my back is just killing me. I could barely bend over. And I'm like, oh my God, when have I become an old man?
Trust me,
Oh,
I feel your pain. I totally feel your pain.
yeah.
I'm up there too, so I totally feel your pain.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, when did this happen? I guess I hadn't used those muscles in a while, but it's like, I mean, in the film, you only see me swing down like once or twice, but that was, about an hour's worth of me just swinging away, and it gets to you after a while. So, you deal. You take some ibuprofen and you just rest for the day and go back fighting the next day.
Yep, exactly. So, do you have a favorite kill in this movie?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's got to be the bedroom scene. I mean, that thing is just so over the top and crazy, and there's so many elements that are in that scene. It's just, he added 2 elements to that scene, I think, because basically he's heard me freak out about certain things that like I can't stand to see, is anything with eyes and anything with broken bones, because those are pain. That's pain I've experienced myself, so I really empathize with that kind of stuff in movies. And he put both of those things in that kill. And it's sometimes good that we weren't running sound when I was doing some of that stuff, because if you didn't see my face, I was sitting there just going, oh God. Especially with the bone breaking. I was like, oh Jesus, no.
I know how you feel. Like I can watch certain types of kills, but I can't see like when their nails come out off.
Yeah,
that just like freaks me out. Like as soon as I see that on screen, I'm done. I'm like,
yeah,
I can't. It just
it makes me cringe so much. It just like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen we got something in common there. I'm glad about that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We haven't actually added in anything with fingernails yet. So, oh my gosh, I imagine he'll do something like that eventually, because he knows that freaks me out too. So,
which brings us to the burning question now: are we going to see Art the Clown in a Terrifier 3? Or do you have no idea yet?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we set it up there in the credits, with
I know. That's why I asked.
So I mean, I have to fight Chris Jericho at some point. I mean, that's just insane in itself. So I'm like, yeah, we're definitely coming back. We pose so many more questions than we answer in part 2, because we're really trying to build the universe. That's the whole point of part 2. It's like, okay, we now have established now let's establish our main protagonists and the universe that they all live in. And so part 3, we need to start answering some things, I think. And I think Damon's got some cool ideas. He hasn't even told me everything yet. So I don't know some of the answers myself yet, because he wants to surprise me. So I'm excited.
Well, I am too, hearing that. I mean, that anticipation is what gets me going. That's why I was like, if there's a third one, I am all in. Yeah. That's it. So Terrifier 2 is coming out October the 6th. And just as a little side note, my 16-year-old daughter just watched the first one today, and she said it was one of the best movies she's ever seen.
That's fantastic. I love that.
And she's sitting right next to me, as a matter of fact. So
good. Happy birthday.
Well, it's not her birthday yet, but she got to see it. But she just got to see it, and she just loved it.
Well, happy birthday eventually.
But thank you again, David, for talking about this. I had such a blast talking about this movie, and I cannot wait to see you come back as Art the Clown in Terrifier 3.
Thank you, man. Hopefully there are many, many more, because I'm not done with this bastard yet.
I hear that. So take care, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Take care, man.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.